So this comes from, and I love this name, Manly McBeefington.
Oh, that's great.
Such a good name. But they ask, so they actually ask, what are your thoughts on Metal Gear Rising, and do you think it's canon? So obviously you haven't played it, but you're intrigued by it, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I mean, I've watched the stories and I've watched full playthroughs of it, so I know what it's about.
Yeah.
And basically, I think we're gonna have to accept it as canon because there's nothing that continues the plot line afterwards. And as silly as it is, it's silly in all the awesomeness.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm all right with saying it's canon.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to take Portable Ops as canon, we definitely take this as canon.
yeah. It's a weird one with me because I do like the way Raiden's story ends in MGS4 with, like, it's quite a happy ending for him in the end.
Yeah.
So it does feel a bit weird to kind of him to then go back out into the field. But one thing I do love about Metal Gear Rising is the kind of the way they lean into the Jack the Ripper side of his history. I'm not sure that kind of came up in the kind of cutscenes that you watched, but they really kind of lean into that. Obviously his like origin story when he was like a child soldier was obviously quite a dark thing to dive into. So yeah, I do like it, and I do really want to complete it one day. It's just a fun game to play. It really is. Like you said, it feels like Devil May Cry, and I think it is Platinum Games is the studio, I believe, who do it. Who I think they do Bayonetta, and they're kind of known for that style. Oh, there you go.
I think you're right. I think it is.
Yeah. So yeah, they're so good at that type of hack and slash game. So I think, you know, even if you're not a fan of it, coming from being a fan of Metal Gear Solid, and feeling like it's a weird tangent from the main series, I think, like, just from a gameplay perspective, you can really appreciate that game.
From a foundational point, though, that game's initially was started to be developed by Kojima. Like, it was,
yeah.
He didn't have the time to finish it, and it was kind of a mess. So that's why they handed it off. So, if anything, I would say, yeah, it's definitely way more tied to the series than it not being.
Yeah,
now, I don't know if the story deviated after it was handed off, but
yeah, I think I'm not sure if this isn't 100% correct, but I feel like the original idea for the game was to kind of fill in the gap between 2 and 4 for Raiden's story.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, which conceptually sounds awesome. Like, that would be so good. On my last video of talking Metal Gear Solid with Luffy, I don't know if you remember it, but we were talking about possible games that you could do, and I kind of brought up that I saw some like someone designed some concept art of Raiden saving Sunny, and
yes,
that kind of whole story, and how amazing that would be to play in a game. So yeah, I'd love to see that realized. The original idea for Metal Gear Rising, I think, could be awesome if they do a sequel, but it's a prequel almost to it. I think that could be so good.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they totally should. I mean, the game is, if they're going to make the game, right now is the time to do it, because for whatever reason it blew up in popularity.
Yeah,
and I'm not as, well, I don't know if it's as hot as it was, say, like 6 months ago, but it's still up there. People are wanting to play it. Maybe I should actually just stream that game and let people come over.
Yeah,
just give me some tips, because I really don't know very much about the actual gameplay aspect, like how the best way to approach beating the levels, that type of stuff.
Yeah. It's one of the most tricky parts of the gameplay is the parrying system in that game. There's not exactly a dedicated button to parry. I think you have to. What is it? I think you have to, like, when someone like takes a slice at you with their swords, you have to, like, push a certain direction and attack to parry them. It's a really weird thing to get your head around when you first play it.
Oh, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it feel like an actual sword play. For you to actually
Yeah,
parry that, you'd have to tilt the sword a certain way, and
that's
then
right.
yeah, that's kind of there's a Zelda game that does that. They did
Oh, Skyward
uh
Sword.
Skyward Sword did that a little bit, and then
Yeah,
when they remade it for the
the Switch.
HD, they made a little control for the joystick versus handheld.
That's right. Yeah, I played that remaster actually, and it was quite interesting to go between the motion control version when it's docked and then playing a handheld with the right stick. But it worked surprisingly well.
Hmm.
Especially it felt a bit more precise because obviously motion controls can go either way.
Yeah, just sitting there waggling your
Swinging
hands
around.
around in the air. Yeah.
Um,
Part of me misses that time period where that was everywhere, but sometimes I'm like, I'm so glad we're not doing that.
yeah, yeah. I think it works for certain games. Not to go off on too much of a tangent, but I really loved the WarioWare game that came out on the Wii, Smooth Moves, I think it was called,
Hmm.
and they've just announced an upcoming WarioWare game. Well, I can't remember the subtitle, but it brings back the kind of that motion control idea, and so I'm quite excited to kind of take almost like a trip down memory lane.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
like what they did with the Wii Sports and then whatever
Oh,
whatever
Switch
sports
Sports,
they call it
yeah,
now. Yeah,
yeah.
bowling.
But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Maybe motion controls will make a comeback one day.
I seriously doubt it. I got my PlayStation Move controls for the PS3 because I had to buy them so I could play the GoldenEye game because I was trying to figure out how to make
Oh
it
God, yeah.
in a VR, which I made it work. Actually, I hooked up a camera and I had the PlayStation VR output the image, and then I had it. Now, granted, you couldn't turn your head, but you could aim and do everything, like if
No
you were
way.
playing in VR. Yeah, it was
That's
pretty cool.
so cool. Oh my God. Did you say you did that? You like,
Yeah, I did that.
holy crap.
I didn't make a video. I just did it out of the sake of wanting to do
Yeah,
it.
just like an idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
A fun
just to
experiment.
see if it could be done. Yeah,
No way.
it was cool. It worked.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Okay, yeah, so that's all the questions from myself and my community. I really enjoyed discussing Metal Gear Solid with you, MastRcube. Thanks for coming on to the channel. And for those of you who's watching, make sure to check out MastRcube's channel. He's got a lot of great playthroughs on there, a lot of Metal Gear Solid content, which I know you guys will really like. I really enjoyed your recent video of you like streamed the PlayStation 2 version of Metal Gear Solid 2, which is really cool to see. So yeah, go check out MastRcube's channel, and thanks everyone for watching.
Yep. Thanks for having me on. This was great. I appreciate the shout out and getting people over to my channel. If you guys want to take a look at Player Alert's channel, he's got some great content as well. He has a lot of different discussion topics and stuff that I don't have on my channel. So he's a good resource to go and check out. Enjoy chatting it up with you. Always enjoy when you go and stream different games. When you do, I jump on. So thanks guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks everyone.